Okay, sorry about that. I guess it's going to be a two-parter. We installed the eyes and the solenoid. Now we are going to be putting the frame back on in the board and the LCD. So after you got the eyes under those pins, there is a little hook on your solenoid here. Your eye wires are going to go to the right, and you are going to put them under there. This is also just another thing that secures your eye wires into the correct position and makes life easier when removing and installing the frame. And it pops under there like that. Okay, keeps those wires where they need to be. Now we are going to pop the frame on, which if your wires are installed correctly, will pop right on. Should. See, that front pin's going to be a pain. Let's see if we can get that pin moved into the correct position. Did I already tell you guys to stay away from team guns? Or I strongly recommend it. Okay, I think we got it out of the way enough. Okay. There we go. So I just kind of hold it with my hand, kind of rock back and forth with pressure to make sure you're not pinching any wires. Now we can go ahead and install our frame screws. Don't tighten the front one all the way up yet until you get the back one in. The back one's a little bit more tricky, doesn't like to go into place. There we go. And you'll just go till this one is snug as well. And then we will go back to the front. Back here. And then we can finally give them a final snug. Okay, the frame is installed. Now we are going to go ahead and reinstall our screen. I can pick up the screw. There we go. So this screen button goes to the top, slides right into the back, pops right in. Now we're gonna flip it. Ooh. Sorry about that. And it's gonna be these two screws right here. Again, be very, very gentle with these screws because they are screwing into plastic. You don't want to over tighten these. If you feel some restriction or whatever, stop, back it out, try again. You're not going to damage anything but the screen housing, like the blue plastic, but still. That's why I like using the ball end for these, just so you're not over torquing it. So, stop. Okay. So, got both of those installed there. Now we are going to reinstall the board, which isn't too bad. It's a little tricky at times. So I like to plug in the wires first, which 2-prong is the solenoid, 4-prong is the eyes. I like to do the eyes first. You got a little bit more slack on there. So, eyes plugged in, solenoid plugged in. Make sure your 9-volt connector goes through. And then what we can do here is, the main trick is just to line up those pins with the back of the screen. And don't force it. Last thing you want to do is mess up those pins. It should pop right in place. Sometimes your micro switch gets caught up. What you can do then is take a really small Allen key and go over through the top here and push back your micro switch, which will pop that board right in place. And you can feel you're in the correct position. And then you just have 2 screws right here. Okay. Now we're gonna hold off on the grips until we, make sure everything is good to go. The next video is gonna be installing the HPR in the bolt, and then we will test it.